This is Olympic National Park, 3,700 square miles of mountains, rainforest, and wild coast on Washington's Olympic Peninsula. In the next few minutes, you'll see the 8 best viewpoints, each paired with its closest campground. Olympic is not one park. It's 3 ecosystems spread across a landmass the size of Rhode Island. Most first-time visitors underestimate the drive times. Your campground choice is your view strategy. Stop 1, Hurricane Ridge, 17 miles from Port Angeles. The nearest campground is Heart of the Hills, 5 miles from the Ridge Road. The visitor center closes at 5, but the viewpoint is best at sunset. Stop 2, Lake Crescent and Storm King. Fairholme Campground sits right on the lakeshore, reservable online, and one of the campgrounds that fills fastest in peak season. Storm King is the viewpoint trail above the lake. Stop 3, the Hoh Rainforest Hall of Mosses, the single most photographed view in the park. Hoh Campground is just half a mile from the trailhead. That's the one pairing where you roll out of your tent and walk to the view. But Hoh is also the hardest campground to book. 72 sites, no cell service, and in July they fill by 10 in the morning. The tightest pairing in the park is also the most logistically hostile. Stop 4, Rialto Beach, where driftwood logs pile across the sand and sea stacks stand in the surf. Mora Campground is 1 mile away. 40 sites at $24 a night, shaded under thick coastal spruce. Stop 5, Second Beach. The trailhead sits near La Push, and the hike in is 0. 7 miles over tree roots and boardwalk, short but uneven underfoot. At the end, a wide crescent of sand backed by sea stacks. Mora is your campground here too, 1 mile from the trailhead. If you stayed at Mora for Rialto Beach, Second Beach is a 10-minute drive south and an easy same-day add-on. It fills by early afternoon in July and August. Stop 6, Kalaloch. The campground sits on a bluff above open ocean. 170 sites at $24 a night, mostly shaded under big coastal spruce. The sunset view is a walk from your tent pad. 0 drive time. This is the only campground on this list with reliable cell coverage. Plan your last-minute booking changes here. Everywhere else on the coast, your phone is dead weight. Stop 7, Lake Quinault. The rainforest here mirrors the Hoh, but with a fraction of the crowds. Willaby Campground has 22 sites at $20 a night, right on the lakeshore. Gravel pads under old-growth trees. Some of those trees have never been logged, standing for 500 years. The Rainforest Loop Trail is a half-mile walk from camp. This is the Hoh experience without the Hoh crowds. Stop 8, Shi Shi Beach. The most spectacular view on this list and the hardest to reach. The trailhead is 45 minutes from Mora by car, and it requires a Makah Nation recreation permit separate from the park entrance fee. The hike in is 2 miles through muddy forest before the canopy opens to a beach lined with towering sea stacks. This is where the list stops being equal effort. The payoff views scale with the planning they demand. Now, the timing. Hurricane Ridge Road closes in winter. The Hoh is best October through April when the moss is deepest green. The coast is best May through September for tide pools and dry sand. For reservable campgrounds, Fairholme, Mora, and Kalaloch, Recreation.gov opens 6 months out at 7 a.m. Pacific. In July and August, those sites vanish within minutes. Book Hoh, Fairholme, and Mora first. If you only have 2 nights, cut the coast, pair Hurricane Ridge with Heart of the Hills, and the Hoh Rainforest with Hoh Campground. Alpine plus Rainforest, 90 minutes apart, both walk to dawn views. Save the coast for a 3rd night at Mora or Kalaloch. And remember, Shi Shi Beach requires that Makah Nation permit. Buy it before you arrive, because the trail crosses indigenous tribal land. 8 viewpoints, 4 campgrounds, 3 ecosystems, 1 peninsula. Keep your dates in mind, book the tightest pairings first, and Olympic gives back exactly what you came for. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.